Hello, my name is Gary Robinson and I'm a Senior Lecturer in Archaeology at Bangor University, and I just want to give you a flavour of the kind of things that we actually teach at Bangor. Well, at Bangor we teach primarily the archaeology of the British Isles and Ireland, and to a lesser extent the archaeology of Europe. Now, in the first year at Bangor, we teach a range of different modules to give you an introduction to actually the topic. We're quite aware that at A level it's very rare for people to have any experience of archaeology, and they may be coming from a geography or perhaps from a historical background. So we provide an introduction to what archaeology is and the types of things which archaeologists study. So in that respect, we have a module called The Introduction to Archaeological Principles and Techniques. Now, this module provides students with an idea of the discipline of archaeology, its origins, of where it came from, its history within the study of antiquities, through to what archaeologists study, archaeological sites, castles, prehistoric monuments, pottery, stone tools, skeletons, animal bones, pollen, the range of different materials which archaeologists study. For after all, this is what makes archaeology different from history. Alright, it's the study of people in the past, but it's the study of people in the past through the material remains, through the things which they made, through the effect that they had on the environment and the landscape around them. So we study the kind of things which archaeologists study, the primary sources, if you like, of archaeological research. We also explore the types of techniques that people use. So techniques required to find archaeological sites, aerial photography, geophysical survey, and also the techniques to study archaeological material in terms of things like pollen analysis, osteoarchaeology, range of different techniques and their applications. This is, as I've said, is designed to provide this kind of introduction. So basically, even if you're thinking about your primary interest, maybe to study history, there's no reason why you can't also dip your foot into the waters of archaeology and have a greater understanding of the material remains of history. Other modules which we include as an introduction to history and heritage, which introduces to the relationship between the heritage industry and history and archaeology. And I know that Professor Ray Carl has also done an introductory talk on the heritage aspect of our degree programmes. In terms of sort of general modules in archaeology in the first year, we also have these two chronological modules. One which looks at prehistory, from the first human hominoid settlers of the British Isles around about 800,000 years ago, through to the Roman invasion. So this long period of prehistory, before written history. So we cover, the Neolithic, these megalithic tombs in the Neolithic, the Bronze Age, the Iron Age, and then right up into the Roman invasion. The second one of these chronological modules that we offer in the first year is a module which is an introduction to historic archaeology. So as you can imagine, this picks up with the Roman invasion, looks at the nature of the Roman invasion and the Roman Empire and its effect on the British Isles, going into the early medieval period, the origins of early Christianity, the medieval period and its castles, and through into the post-medieval period and up into the modern period, looking at the evidence for the most sort of recent and sort of contemporary past. So these are the first year modules that we offer as an undergraduate studying archaeology at Bangor. Beyond that, we offer an enormous range of modules, both thematic modules in terms of looking at things like maritime archaeology, experimental archaeology, through to the chronological modules which look at prehistory of Britain and Ireland, looking at the Bronze Age, the Iron Age, and so a range of different types of modules. We also offer sort of more technical modules, such as modules on geoarchaeology, so there's an awful range to choose from. Now, I think that the best way of seeing that range of modules is to look on our website, and you'll get a really good idea of the kind of things that are on offer. Now, being at Bangor, one of our primary sources, one of our primary resources, which is really unparalleled at any other university, is our location. Located between the sea and the mountains, between the upland region of Snowdonia and the Irish Sea, we've got this fantastic landscape in which we're set, which is just teeming with amazing archaeological sites, many of sort of international importance, many of which are World Heritage sites for that matter. So looking at things like, you know, the great castles, the fortress castles of Beaumaris, Conwy, Carnarvon and Harlech, looking at some of the Welsh castles for that matter, also some of the amazing Neolithic prehistoric monuments that we find on Anglesey, for instance, and also the whole of Snowdonia National Park with its amazing, well-preserved, not just single monuments, but prehistoric and historical archaeological landscapes, which are all open to study and analysis, of which many of our students draw from when doing their dissertations in their third year. So our location is one of our primary resources that we draw from. Practical experience, field trips, field work, excavation project are all really important aspects of what we do at Bangor. So location and drawing from that location is really central. We also have a museum which is down in Bangor itself, which is called Storial, which is owned between the university and the local council, which has this fantastic collection of archaeological material from collections from the sort of the turn of the century right through to the present day. So this enormous range of material that you can go and you can study and you can handle and you can use. So again, a fantastic resource on which to draw from. And I hope that if you make the decision to come to Bangor, you're really going to make the most of these resources, make the most resource of the landscape and the monuments, which you can travel 5-10 minutes to view, and make use of these museums. Okay, hope this has been of some use to you thinking about whether you want to study archaeology at Bangor. Okay, bye.